Hello and good day, friends. I am Mr. J, or as some call me, Coach J, and I am with MrJRelationshipCoach.com. I am an intrapersonal relationship coach and betrayal trauma practitioner. And today I want to talk to you briefly about a couple phrases that are very detrimental to relationships. They could be any relationship, but these are primary emotionally invested relationships or your romantic relationships. Now, obviously, in every relationship, discussions are going to get pretty heated. And when emotions are high and discussions are heated, things come out and we say things that we don't necessarily mean. Now, there's the obvious things like using curse words and going in for the jugular, which we should never do. But there's a few phrases that people say and they don't understand the profound long-term hurt that they cause. One of them is, I should have married instead, or I should have gone out with so-and-so instead. And basically what this does is it goes right to the core of who someone is and their self-worth. If somebody tells you I should have went out with your sister or your brother or your best friend instead of you, your self-worth is to the floor. It's demolished. Now, a lot of people say this in the heat of the moment. They get upset and they say, I should have went out with, or I should have married so-and-so. And basically what that is it's an entire cancellation of who you are as an existence. So this is one of the phrases that really should be left alone. The second one is, why can't you be more like? And it's pretty much the same premise. Why can't you be more like is saying who you are, what you stand for, what you do is not good enough. It's attacking somebody's self-worth again. Another thing is, why didn't you get that job promotion? So many people are tied to their job titles, tied to their job. And when you say, why didn't you get that job promotion? It goes right to the core of I'm not good enough, or you're not good enough, or their self-worth, or their self-confidence. And in a relationship, when you're emotionally invested, you want to build up somebody's self-confidence. Because I say this all the time. Relationships are like bank accounts. You get out of them what you put into them. If you're going to invest negativity and deducing terms, that's exactly what you're going to get out. But if you invest positivity, you're going to get positivity out of those relationships. They're just like a bank account. They're an emotional account. Why do you work so much? I understand the intent behind it. Basically, somebody might be feeling as if they didn't work so much, they would have more time for me. But again, somebody does tie a lot of their self-worth to their job. So maybe try something different, such as, I love your work ethic. I love the fact that your work integrity is superior. I'm wondering if we could somehow rearrange our calendars where we can spend a little bit more time together. So basically, it's taking phrases that are negative, but turning them into a something that's more productive. Another phrase that's extremely hurtful is, you're just like your mother, you're just like your father, you're just like A, B, and C, when it's attached to something negative. We all, especially when it comes to our parents, we come into this world on a clean, clear palette. And a lot of the things that we learn, we get from our parents. And those things they get from their parents, who get from their parents. And oftentimes they're not good, they're not correct, they're not right. And they certainly don't align with our spouse's upbringing or beliefs. And that's fine, great, and dandy. But if instead of saying you're just like your parent, or you're just like your friend, or you're just like your brother, or somebody that has a non-desirable trait, maybe say something like, this is a trait that I don't necessarily find appealing, and I'm wondering how we can go about improving on it in some way or another. So again, it's taking something negative and it's turning it into something that's more positive, more productive. So again, these statements, although they may not be as cold and harsh as some other ones, they do go to the core of somebody's self-worth. The last thing I'll leave you with is a statement that you can really never come back from. And I hear this a lot when couples are fighting, is I never loved you. First of all, that's not necessarily true. And if it is, you shouldn't be in the relationship. But when you say something like that, that's a statement you really can't come back from. So be very, very careful if you're tempted to say, I never loved you, because no matter what happens in the future, that is a seed that is planted in the brain that is easily watered and injects self-doubt, injects rejection. And again, that is a statement that you could rarely, if ever, come back from. So watch your statements when things get heated. It's always okay to take a pause. We put kids in time away or timeouts to emotionally regulate and collect their thoughts. We can do the same thing as humans and adults, even though we are just tall children. So that is this week's Vitamin J with Mr. J. I hope you got something out of it. Please share this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you prefer and like. And I will see you next week. Until then, take care of yourself and others.